I'm not a historian, so I probably can't give this story kind of the credit that it deserves. But I'd like to share with you some of the excitement of what I think is one of the most important discoveries in the history of humanity, and that is the number zero. Okay, and I put it up there with like the discovery of the wheel and fire. Okay, it's one of the things that really made progress happen. So before we actually invented zero, the only numerals that we had looked like this. You know, it was like the Roman XII, right, for 12. And doing arithmetic was really, really, really hard. And like I said, that impedes progress. So actually, this discovery was kind of fundamental. Okay, and a few different ancient civilizations did it, you know, kind of simultaneously. The Babylonians discovered zero. So did the Mayans, okay, in Central America, and so did the Indians in the subcontinent in Asia. So zero kind of was carried on from these civilizations to Arabia, and it became kind of part of the Arabic number system, which was itself adapted from the Indian number system. So you know the numbers that we use today are called Arabic numbers, and there was, you know, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9, those digits for writing down numerals, and they were actually adapted by the Arabs from the Indian numbers somewhere in the 8th century, um, and it was a Persian or so Iran, you know, in the Middle East that actually really kind of popularized it, and his name was Al-Khawarizmi, and I'm probably completely botching that word, but it is spelled correctly here, okay? And he was a great mathematician. I mean, we owe a lot to him, especially when it comes to developing algebra, okay? So in fact, the word algebra itself comes from his book, because he wrote a book, and I won't try to pronounce that, but part of it was algebra, and that was actually one of the techniques, one of the ways that he used to solve equations, okay? And so in his book, he actually described ways of solving equations, and he even described ways of adding numbers and so on, and ways of doing something. Those are algorithms, right? So that's actually where the word algorithm comes from. The word algebra comes from the title of his book. The word algorithm actually comes from his name, you know, Al-Khawarizmi, or something somewhat similar to that. Okay. The initial algorithms actually that he talked about, right, were doing addition and multiplication with, with the Arabic numerals, and that's something that we're going to talk about also in this section. Okay. Um, as long as I'm talking about this, I should say that these numerals spread from the Middle East all the way to China, and eventually went to Europe. They actually came to Europe because of the Moors, who were, you know, Arabs that had invaded, or I should say, populated southern Spain, and so that was kind of the gateway for knowledge into Europe, or one of the gateways for knowledge into Europe. And then there's somebody else that we know, right? Fibonacci, right? We've talked about his famous sequence. He was a mathematician, Italian mathematician, and he actually used these numerals, and he developed arithmetic without the use of an abacus, right? Up to that point, an abacus was really required to be able to do sums, and he kind of showed how we could do it without that need if we simply use these Arabic numerals, including zero, right? Zero is really important in that.